Hello, hello, hello. It's a brand new day, and this is our morning connection. How you doing this morning? I'm Skip LaCour. I'm so glad you are here today, joining the rest of the driven, ambitious men, maybe a little bit older, going through this journey of life together, joining us for our morning connection, our daily ritual, our daily discipline, our habit, success habit, our mental toughness conditioning. That's what this is all about. That's what this morning connection is all about. That's what I'm here to do, is to remind you of who you really are, what you're all about, just a little bit every single day. These are the things that, I wake up that I have to think about. And I am here just to give you some things to think about, why I think about, because believe it or not, a lot of guys say, wow, you have so much energy. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. How do you do all this? I'm going through the grind just like you. Everything I bring up for us to talk about every single day are things that, I need to think about. And today I want to talk about how you have to learn to believe. In this morning connection, I want to talk about how to learn how to believe. It's so important to get the most out of yourself, to get the most out of every single day. You got to believe. I want to talk about, and a whole lot more, during our morning connection. All right, I want to say good morning to you over on Instagram. And I love you guys on Instagram. We're building this tribe over on Instagram and on Facebook. Doing this for a while on Facebook, building quite a tribe. Say good morning. That's what I love about this, is how we can just connect, say good morning, give each other things to think about. I want your input. I want to see what you're taking away from every time we meet these morning connection. Ben takes away the big pull quotes, the big takeaways that he gets every single day. I invite you to do the same. What are you finding most valuable about the time that we spend together? You're investing this time, right? Doing this mental toughness conditioning every day. I love to hear what you're getting out of it, what brings you back every single day for your daily dose of this mental toughness conditioning. So make sure that you say hello, and whether or not you're watching a live or replay version, whether you watch it in the morning, first thing in the morning, or in the afternoon or evening, your structured, disciplined time to get this dose of mental toughness conditioning, doesn't matter. Make sure that you say hello. I'll always acknowledge you for being here. All right, I am just ready to go. I got to get myself to believe at the beginning of every single day. That's what we all need to do. It's so important to the process to get enough out of the day, right? I would say we got more time behind us if you're a little bit older than in front of us. We got to seize the day with that sense of urgency, right? And make the most out of our talents and abilities. Make the most of our willpower, focus, energy, and time. Those very precious and limited resources. It starts with our minds, not strategies. Sometimes we can have the best strategies in the world. We can think. We can get the pins of everybody else, the approval of everybody. It doesn't matter. It comes down to how much you and I believe we're going to get accomplished and what we're going to get done. All right, let's see who we have here joining us today. All right, got a little bit of extra sleep. Feel like $1,000,000. I got to do that more often. Sometimes I just go. All right. Now, this is the most viewers live on Facebook ever. I love to see the tribe building. I really appreciate your support coming here. Gets me up early knowing that you're going to be here. Make sure that you say hello. Hello, Romeo, Sean. Let's see who else is on Facebook. I always want to acknowledge you for being here. Jimmy, Masashi, Sean, Paul, Mohammed, and Rolf over on Facebook. So glad you gentlemen are here today. Bam, Hellboy, Burrier, Ahmed, my wife Carrie LaCour supporting me, putting some links down below. Jotman is here. Chris, good morning, sir. Good to have you here, Chris. All right. Continue to say hello again. Tell me, live with an anticipation that this morning connection can be just what you need to make this day an outstanding day. All right, and post down below in the comment section whatever it may be that just hits you right at the right time, just what you needed. Make sure you post that down below in the comment section. Again, whether you're watching it live on a replay version. Learn to believe. I'll tell you, just like working out in the gym, you can know how to do a bench press or dumbbell flies or whatever may be. You know how to do that the first time you step in the gym, right? And then, after a couple months, you think, I didn't know anything. I can really do this bench press and dumbbell if I can really do it after 3 months, right? I didn't even know what I was talking about or thinking about it. That was no dumbbell fly. That was no bench press back at my first week in there. But then you get to 1 year and you think, what did I know at 3 months? It's a continual process. It's a never-ending journey. It's an amazing journey of growth, right? In the gym, that's part of our mutual connection, right? The gym. Yeah, you can never be good enough. There's always a higher level, right? And that's the fun of it. That's the challenge. That's the game. Sometimes it's the most exhilarating adventure in the world. When you make those personal gains, you see it in your physique, you see it in your performance. All right, all that work is paying off. And there's so much where you think, why am I doing all this? Am I doing it wrong? You have that self-doubt, but you got to keep on keeping on. Like I say with the show, the beat goes on. We got to get up with our game face on, whether the circumstances of our life are just perfectly in line, all our work pays off, or we're just in a major downturn. Things just aren't working out. A lot of bad luck. We got to keep on keeping on. We got to believe, right? And that's what I want to talk about, your ability to believe when you get up in the morning that your effort's going to pay off. It's not something that you could just set or forget it. It's nothing that like you can say that, hey, I've got a good sense of belief in myself, right? I did that 3 years ago, and once I got it, I have it forever. It doesn't work that way, as you know. Got to get yourself to believe. I really believe that skill set, that mental exercise of spinning your story, whatever it takes. Right? What's interesting is how many times, we've all had that where we had self-doubt. We couldn't take action. People might tell us that we had so much talent, ability that we could do this. And they said, what's your problem? You got so much potential, you can do this. And intellectually, you knew that too. But you couldn't take action. You didn't take action. Until finally you were just sick and tired of it. Didn't necessarily get more information, better strategy. You just decided you were just going to do it. And guess what? Maybe you didn't have a strong belief, but you did it anyway, right? And then you came through. Even if you didn't come through 100%, it was totally everything humanly possible that you could get out of it. You were so much better than you ever believed you could. And then that set the stage for that belief to grow, and then it's just part of you. You impressed yourself. You impressed other people. Why did it take so long? Because you couldn't get yourself to believe. You couldn't take action. You couldn't use that talent, ability that you had. We all have references of that. At the same time, how many of the references in the past do you have where you did something and everybody said, wow, oh my God, you are amazing. How do you do all that? And you went, huh? Right? I don't know. Right? And then when you look back in retrospect, you think, how did I get myself to believe I could do that? Right? I was delusional, but it was a good thing you were delusional. It was a good thing that you believed because you did have it inside of you. Okay, we all have those references. It's all based on our beliefs, whether we take action or not. It's not what's real. We don't know what's real. You don't know what's going to happen today, right? But if you believe that if you expect the best, right, your chances of recruiting all of your talent and ability, recruiting the people around you who are more than willing to help you if you could figure out the pattern and create value to other people. There are so many resources. We live in the internet age. We were talking to my wife about this. There are so many options available to us. Information, people, connection, and then instant. All right, if you can get up and believe what opportunities, who can help me, who can I provide value? This world is so big. We are all connected by the internet. Right here I am in my little home studio office, which is really just a spare bedroom all set up to talk to you every morning at 3 o'clock. We can connect, right? If we can get up and believe that today is the day somehow, some way, right? Do you believe, right? So you take advantage of all the resources that are available to you. I mean, getting up in the morning, getting yourself to believe. I mean, that's what I do every single morning. You are my accountability partner for this mental toughness exercise. You're my training partner. I got to show up whether I believe or not. I got to get myself to believe, and that's what I want to remind you of every single day. If there's anything you get out of these morning connections is, yeah, I can do it. You just got to focus. You got to believe. Learning to believe. Probably one of the best skill sets, more than strategies, more than references of success or failure. That's all an illusion, like I pointed out in those examples earlier. you do get yourself to believe. That's what my wife and I do. As we grow. We meet at 5 a.m. during the weeks, right after I get home from the gym and after shooting video. And we just reset this day in front of us, spinning our story, right? And so we just believe to take on the day. Some days, it doesn't work out the way we want. Some days it works out better than we want. But that learning to believe, I tell you, could be one of your greatest assets, more than learning more and studying more and waiting and waiting and waiting. All right, it's such a mindset. I want to remind you of who you are, what you're all about. Every single time we connect during this morning connection, when I got up in the morning, I said, it's going to come through me. Something I'm going to say is going to be valuable. It's going to get you to come back. It's going to get you to want to continue on with this journey. If I'm going to do all this, got to get myself to believe. Then I'm going to shut down the camera. I've got a video topic in mind. How much muscle can older men actually, how much can they actually build? It's a lot of questions. It's a very delicate subject that I'm going to talk about in this video I'm going to create right when I log off. Because if you don't really have the right belief structure and maybe the right belief structure, that doesn't mean you just think, when you're older you can just gain 20 pounds of muscle just because you want to. And at the same time, if you go in there believing that it's impossible because you're older, right? That's going to just change everything, how you train, how you attack it, what you see in the mirror. So, I got to get myself believe that video, it's just going to be an amazing production. I'm going to put it out there. It's going to draw so many new people, so many older men looking for distinctions. Well, they want it from an older, experienced guy who speaks their language. I got to believe, all of that will depend on, the detail I put into, the passion I got to get myself to believe that the topic of the video that I'm going to make here in the next half hour or so, it makes all the difference in the world what we bring out of ourselves. Learn to believe. It's got to be way up there on our priorities, in addition to working on our actual talents and abilities. But to bring them out, we got to learn to believe. That's the topic today. That's one thing I want you to think about every single time we connect for this morning connection. So that's the thought of today. Hey, remember when we're a little bit older, right? We got more time behind us than we do in front of us. And that's our battle cry. That's our call to action. That helps us work with a sense of urgency. Take on this day, get ourselves to believe, right? We got to love, we got to connect with our family with that sense of urgency. Right? We got to take care of our bodies, work out, eat right with that sense of urgency. We got to produce at the job, get that promotion, start that business on the side, then go to it full time, then take that business to higher and higher level. Do it with a sense of urgency now while we can. Right? Everything in life runs in patterns. I don't care what your biggest challenge. Maybe you can't get yourself to believe in yourself enough. But everything, even getting yourself to learn to believe, it's just a pattern that you got to figure out, right? No matter if you're someone who gets patterns really quickly, I'm not that guy, right? Or maybe it takes you a little bit longer, but if you just keep on keeping on, you'll figure out the pattern. Maybe you're somewhere in between. Maybe it's situational, depending on what it is. But everything in life runs in patterns. You will figure out the pattern if you just keep on keeping on. Be a little bit flexible and resourceful, right? Just remember that. Whatever your biggest challenge, everything runs in patterns. Expect the best from yourself today. Expect the best from your efforts. Expect the best from other people. They will get you. They will get the message and the value that you are out there willing to provide. You just keep on keeping on. They will get you. All right? So expect the best from yourself today. Expect the best from your efforts. Expect the best from other people. They will see the value, the message that you have to offer them. How can they not? You are a force to be reckoned with. Have a great day.